and welcome back to Freedom English channel. This is Sanaram. Savings is very important. We all know that and we all want to start savings. But there is something that actually stands in between us and savings. And that is, I would say, some practices which we have in our day-to-day life. Or maybe we are being a little lethargic with the money we earn. So, if we can bring changes in these parts of our life, we can actually cut down the unnecessary expenditure and put that money into savings, which in turn goes into investment and actually can give us more money. So we are going to see 5 such points in this video. But before we see that, in case if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe the channel and click the bell icon. First point, make sure you save before you spend. So once you get your salary, just understand your situation and decide what amount you're going to keep aside as savings. And once you decide that, that amount goes to savings every month, whatever happens. So, for example, if Ram earns 30,000 in a month and he decides to keep 5,000 aside for savings, that 5,000 should be the first thing you pay. So basically, you are paying yourself first. So once you receive your salary, which is 30,000, Ram takes that 5,000, keeps it aside, says this is my savings and this has to go on. It should not stop. It can increase, but it should never decrease. So this is my first point, and that is you should save before you spend. Second point, do not spend your salary mentally before you actually physically get it. You should have a budget on place. You should plan things for the essential things, which includes your bill, your EMI, your rents and other things. And non-essential things can actually wait, which can be your clothings, your shoes, your bags and other extra stuffs. This can actually have a holding period. So once you get your physical salary, once you have the cash in your hand, once you have done all your essential things, then you will understand how much you actually have in your hand and how much you can pull in for the non-essential things. But when you mentally spend the money, once you receive it, you tend to spend it physically as well. So, in order to avoid that impulsive spending, you should actually have a calculation in your mind. So, never spend your money mentally before you physically receive it. The only thing you should focus beforehand is the essential stuffs. So, if you have your salary on 5th, sit on the 1st, take a paper and write down, this is my bill, this is my rent, my EMI, maybe my debt, that's all. So, these are my essential stuffs. And I have this much balance, okay, I'll wait for my salary to come. So once the salary reaches your hand, you have maybe like 15,000 in your hand. Then you can decide, okay, I'm going to spend 2,000 for my clothings. And it ends there. Don't be an impulsive spender because we need to run the whole month with the amount which we have in our hand. So this is my second point, and that is do not spend your salary before you actually get it in your hand. And one more thing I would like to add here is don't order stuffs in online because we know we can put cash on delivery when we can make sure it is coming on the date when we get the salary and pay it at that time. It might seem like a number to you when you're actually having an online shopping, but you're spending money. So keep it in your mind and be very conscious when you're spending money. Third point, before you buy anything, make sure it is not available in your house. I'll say an example here. So basically, I have kept like 10 plastic containers in my storeroom and I forgot about it. I went out, I bought some masalas, I bought atta, maida, I came back, I went to my kitchen and I wanted to unpack everything and store it in plastic containers. I'm looking for some and I have actually forgot that I had these plastic containers in my storeroom. So I step out and I buy more plastic containers. I unpack everything, I load everything in the containers and I keep the containers in the shelf. And I wanted something else, so I reach out to the storeroom, I open the door and I see like 10 plastic containers right in front of my eyes. But just before an hour, I've actually stepped out for the same thing and spent around 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees might seem like a small amount, but 10 times if you do this, it will be 10,000. So make sure you look around in your house because we normally practice this. We don't do that. We keep it somewhere, we think that it is safe there, but when the actual need arises, we forget that it is actually in our house, we step out and we spend more money and buy new things. Do not do that. So, go around, go into the storeroom, see what you have kept there. Check the cupboards, what you have kept there. See beneath the beds if you have kept something there. Because we are humans and we tend to forget things. So, we think that it is safe there and we know that time arises, I'll be taking it and using it. But when the time arises, we forget it is there and we buy the new stuff, which should not happen. So this is my third point, and that is, if you're planning to buy something, make sure it is not available in your house. Once you're 100% sure, step out and buy. Fourth one, we have a lot of subscriptions with auto renewal. So what happens here? We normally give our credit card. We wanted to take that subscription for maybe one particular movie, maybe one particular series, and we forgot about it. So we will have n number of subscriptions like this. Make sure you cancel everything. I would say take your phone out now and check now itself. What are the subscriptions you have and what are the subscriptions which you are not using? If you're not using it, even if it is 100 rupees per month, go ahead and cancel it. Along with this, make sure you don't end up paying any penalties or fines. Maybe you go and park your vehicle in a no parking, you end up paying fine there. Make sure you don't do it because all these are extra expenditures. So these money can actually go into the piggy bank, which becomes our savings. So my fourth point here is unnecessary subscriptions should be cut off and no penalties and fines should happen in our life. We have to be very alert, never be lethargic with the money we earn. Fifth and last point which I would like to mention here is look for discounts, coupons, look for the right season where you can actually step out and shop a lot of things for the whole year. People do that. They go to the right place and buy. So there are specific places where you get your clothing very cheap. So people travel there, they buy for 1 year and come back to their hometown. So this is done in order to save money in bulk. So for example, I would say I'm shopping online and I'm getting 500 rupees discount. What I can actually do? I can actually take this 500 rupees as cash, take a piggy bank and put it inside and say my savings has started. So this is some ways how you can actually save money. So in order to save money, one thing which you have to do is take a good amount, keep it aside. And other thing is cutting out the unnecessary expenditures. So my last and final point which I mentioned here was look out for discounts, coupons and the right season for you to shop, the right place for you to shop, where you can actually save a good amount of money and which money can actually get into your savings. So in this video, we have seen 5 points or practices which we actually have in our life or which we have to implement in our life. So if we start doing this, we can gradually save little bit of money and reach the point where we can actually take this money and start investing. So savings is very important in our life, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and we all know that, but all these hurdles will be there in our life. But once we realize that these are hurdles in our life, we can break it and start saving. And trust me, once you start saving and once you see your money there and once you take that money and put it in investment and see the money grow, you want to do this always. So taste it. Taste saving money. Taste investing money. Taste seeing your money grow. You will not come back, and that is what you will need for your life, and then your financial status will grow, your lifestyle will grow and everything will change. So I believe this video has been beneficial for you. Try this out and let me know how it works for you in your life, and in case if you like this video, give a thumbs up, and if you think it will be beneficial for others, share it, and in case if you're not subscribed to our channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and in case if you're not installed Freedom app, go ahead, install Freedom app and register yourself. If you ask me why should I install Freedom app? I would say most of us want to do so many things in our life, but the thing that stops us is we don't know how to do it. So here we have mentors. So if you like farming, we have so many courses in farming, and we have mentors who are going to tell you how they actually built their farming business from nothing to so much of lakhs and crores in life which they are making right now. So these mentors will walk you through the journey, and you have to just understand what they have done, observe it and implement it in your life and make money out of it. So what are you waiting for? It is not only limited to farming. Even if it is business or personal finance, we have n number of courses and mentors who are there to help you. So go ahead, install Freedom app and change your life. And this is Sanaram signing off from this video, and I'll catch you again in the next.